everybody. It's Dr. Cindy from the Positively Altered podcast. I have a massive announcement to make. I was wrong. So my joke is in the world that I'm only wrong twice a year. And since it's the beginning of January when we've actually recorded this, however, you're not going to hear it for a little while probably, I was wrong early this year, and I want to reflect and share with you what I was wrong about. So we have decided on the Positively Altered podcast to reach out to people and ask them what their word of the year is. And if you back up even further, the reason the word of the year is so important to me is because we always talk about New Year's resolutions, and I'm not a big fan of those. I feel like if you want to change something in your life, you just do it, even if it's like July 17th. We don't have to wait for the first of the year. But a word has been really important to me because I've used it to help me get through hard times and focus on good times and learn how to lean in, if you will, to something I'm trying to accomplish over the course of the year through a word. And last year I picked the word shift, and it was an amazing word. It actually has become my mantra for my keynote. It has been life-saving in situations where I felt stuck or insecure or uncertain, because it's reminded me that we don't have to be any of those things. We can react, change, choose differently so that we can get out of the funk situation that we're in order to do something different, bigger, better. And shift has been very powerful for me. So when I was trying to figure out what word to use, I literally spent like hours combing the internet, just looking at different words to see what would resonate, and nothing really hit. But there was a deadline. There was a deadline that I had to meet in order to record the word, and I chose the word mindful. And it never really felt quite right. And not because I'm not mindful, and there's quite a few people in my world that have reminded me I'm actually quite mindful, but because it wasn't powerful enough to cause a change for me over the course of the year, or to help me over the course of the year, that it made sense. And I wrestled with this for a very long time. So I made a decision to pick a new word. And I think it's really important to share with you that I did that, because it's okay to also change your mind. So just when you pick something or you choose something or you're going in a direction, if it's not serving you, it's okay to say, you know what, this isn't serving me, and let's do something different. So mindful was not serving me. And a few weeks into the year, I had to come up with a decision for a new word, and I still couldn't find one. And I want everybody to know that sometimes when you're trying to do something different and you can't find the solution, that is also okay. Like really okay. Because sometimes you have to sit with something for a while, or sometimes there really just is no perfect solution in the moment you want it. And all of those things have value in terms of there's a lesson to learn from that. And the couple things that I learned was, one, it's okay to be honest enough to say I'm wrong. And it's a very powerful statement. And as much as I don't want to be wrong more than twice a year, I probably really am. And I want to lean into that this year by saying I'm wrong, and I'm going to choose something different to make my situation, my choices, my movements right. The other thing that's really important that I learned is, besides sharing that with all of you, is really owning the fact that that doesn't diminish anything that I'm trying to do. And I need to do better and be more committed to making sure that I'm comfortable with my choices. So here's the deal. I don't have a new word. I'm not picking a new word. There is no miraculous word that's going to pop out of Google or the dictionary, for those of you that are old enough to remember a dictionary. I'm going to stick with shift. I'm going to keep my same word from last year because it actually served me really well. And I believe that it's continuing to serve me, because there's all kinds of situations I find myself in where I do want to shift in order to accomplish something bigger, better, bolder, and find the life and the love and the lessons in everything that I'm experiencing. So no new word, everybody, shift. It's a continuation. And I think that's also important, because maybe your New Year's resolution is just a continuation of what you've set forth last year or the year before that's working really well for you. So I made a big shift from thinking that I had to do something different because I set this rule that there needed to be a word, into I'm just going to continue what I was doing because it's absolutely working for me. So let this hopefully be something that stimulates your thought process into what are you doing currently in your life that's working? Keep it. And what are you doing in your life that is not serving you? Shift it. And let me know how that's working out for you, because right now in this moment, I feel so good about sticking to that word for the rest of this year and maybe for the rest of my life, where moments before I was using something that actually didn't work. So I'm going to shift right now into a different mode. I'm going to let everybody think about what I've said and reflect on that. And I hope that in some crazy way, my inability to commit to something and recommit to a previous commitment, that doesn't even make sense, does it? But we're going to go with that. Hopefully it inspires all of you and leaves you positively altered.